Hello, here we are for our 5-Minute Friday. We are here to talk about stress and stress management. Now, if you're watching live or you're watching the replay, I want you to raise your hand or give me a thumbs up if you have ever dealt with stress. And if so, I want you to name the category. We're going to talk for just a few minutes tonight about stress and the 3 types of stress. The 3 main types. I mean, stress is very complicated. And so, there's been so many studies and so much research done on stress. But I wanted to simplify it for you just a little bit. I recently did a couple of polls where I was asking a group of ladies what symptoms or what manifestations of stress do they deal with most often. And when I did that, about 45% of the people reported a lack of motivation or being tired. And then another 40%, in another poll that I did, their top manifestation of stress was on anxiety or nervousness. So there's a variety of challenges that we face when we're struggling to cope. Now, whether that's challenges with our finances, with work, with relationships, with our health, with circumstances that we find ourselves in, or even just the environment that we're in. There's lots of things that we deal with on a daily basis that cause stress. And I'm talking more about the negative aspects of stress. Now, not necessarily, getting ready for a birthday party or a shower or to go somewhere with a friend or go on vacation. That brings up stress. But I'm talking more about the negative, overwhelming, fearful, nervous stress that we sometimes have to deal with. Hi, Susan. I'm glad to see you on here. I'm talking for just a couple minutes on stress. All right. So let's put that in perspective. We're talking about whatever you want to call it: anxiety, fear, nervousness, being overwhelmed, panicked, stressed out, freaked out. Whatever way you look at it, that type of stress can be harmful. And that's no surprise to you. It's literally when we subject ourselves to repeated episodes of this stress, it's literally a physical sensation. And I'm pretty sure that if you were honest with yourself and with all of us, that you could raise your hand and say, yep, I can feel it in my body when I'm stressed. And regardless of whether or not we have a valid reason, or it's just something that we perceive as a threat, like we're just thinking of something that's stressing us out, or we're literally being under attack in one way or another, our body doesn't know the difference. So it's going to respond any which way you put it. So it's an automatic response. Lori says she hates to feel overwhelmed. Oh, I do too. And there's lots of things in life that can put us in that position if we're not careful. And even those of us who are careful, there are circumstances in our life sometimes that we are responsible for. And then there's plenty of circumstances in life that are totally unexpected and something that we had no control over. So the physical response I wanted to talk to you about, our body generates a significantly greater amount of 3 chemicals: cortisol, adrenaline, and noradrenaline. So it's a little complicated, but it's literally a physical response that our body goes through when we are stressed. So there's 3 types of stress. There's acute stress, there's episodic acute stress, and there's chronic stress. And we're going to talk right now just about the first 2, acute stress and chronic episodic stress. Okay, so acute stress is something that we can easily prevent. It's highly treatable and manageable. It's something that you can get over within just a matter of minutes. It's just a quick, stressful event, and then you're ready to move on. Hi, Mom. Glad to see you on here. Now, if for whatever reason we have repeated episodes of this acute stress or stressors, it can become very harmful to our physical health and to our mental health. Now, let me give you some examples of this frequent type of stress. People that live a life of chaos or crisis, whether it's something that they are producing themselves or it's an environment that they're in that is very chaotic and is crisis-driven. And it can be at home, it can be in the workplace, it can be in relationships. And how about people like me who are always rushed or feeling pressured on the daily? That is episodic acute stress. It's ongoing. And then how about the tendency to take on too many responsibilities? And usually when that happens, take it from me, then you tend to be disorganized, and that's stressful, and you've got all these demands on you, and you're not as organized as you need to be, and then you just perpetuate the situation. So with these different levels of stress, the chronic, the episodic, and the acute, there's different ways for treatment. There's different modalities, different strategies, different interventions. So for our 5-Minute Friday tonight, I'm going to name a few of those interventions or strategies that you can put in place that take less than 5 minutes. The first one is in any situation to take 2 minutes of deep breathing. Now, people talk about just take a deep breath and let it out. Well, there's actually a little bit of science behind this, and this is a way to improve that deep breathing. What you do is it's the 4-7-8 rule. 4-7-8. So you do all this breathing through your nose, 4 seconds breathing in, 7 seconds holding it, and 8 seconds slowly breathing it out. And they say to do that 3 times in a row. And that should take you about 2 minutes. And you will be surprised at the difference in your stress level just by applying that particular strategy. Another one is to drink herbal tea. Now, some of the better ones for stress are lemon balm, peppermint, chamomile. Those are all good for stress. Passion flower tea. If you've tried any of those, let me know. Let me know what you thought about it. Now, you can also, hi Loretta, when you're drinking tea, you can also incorporate essential oil if you don't have a specific tea on hand. A couple of the good oils to put in there is just a drop of lavender or a drop of lemon. And it definitely has a calming effect. And literally, you can even drink just warm water and get the benefits of calming down in stressful situations just by drinking warm water with or without lemon in it. Another one is to get out into the fresh air. Just walk away from the situation, go outside, get a deep breath of fresh air. And what if the weather's not good? Then you can just get an oil that is a grounding type oil, like, outdoorsy, One of my favorite is vetiver, and just breathe it in, calm down, and you're ready to move on. Another way is for you to plan to get some exercise or joyful movement at least 30 minutes a day. Now, this is going to take more than 5 minutes. It takes about 30 minutes. But even if you commit to 5 minutes of exercise, you're going to feel better. Now, Lori says that if I'm breathing out 8 seconds, I feel like I have to gasp at the next breath of air. You know what? It's an art. So why don't you practice or maybe count a little quicker when you're counting to 8? And Lori says nature always relieves her stress. Yeah, and it does me too. The green space, there's a lot of research about green space as well, and being out in nature and the benefits it can have on your body and your mind, your spirit. All right, let's move on very quickly. Another option is 10 minutes in the morning, at night, or around your lunchtime, or when you're midday and you're kind of stressed out and flustered about things that are going on at work. Plan a specific time each day where you can do at least 5 to 10 minutes of just nothing. Meditating, relaxing, nothing. And actually, I shouldn't say it's nothing. Hi, Kathy, and hi, Robin. It's really 5 to 10 minutes of concentrated meditation and calming. And it may be a specific verse that you like from the Bible that is calming for you. It may be an affirmation of some type. It may be a song that really resonates with you. But whatever it is, if you can consistently do that on a daily basis, the same time, your body gets used to it and accustomed to it, and it brings down the stress level. So that's another quick tip. Now here's one I really like. Hi, Robin. I'm glad to see you on here. Another real quick tip. It's been proven that even a 5-minute hand massage can drastically reduce your stress and the body releasing those chemicals. So the easiest way is just a drop of coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil, and a drop of your favorite oil. I like geranium. It's one of my favorites. But I can just put a drop of geranium or a drop of lavender or a drop of whatever it is. Even wild orange is relaxing. It's invigorating as well. And just massage your hands and your wrist, and you will see a difference in your level of anxiety and your level of motivation. It just kind of helps you get moving. Okay, it helps you get moving in the right direction. Another thing is to ensure that you get enough sleep by implementing some type of a nighttime routine to get you calm and ready and relaxed for bed. And then the final one, may be even the most important one, is to generate a support system. Now this group is kind of like a support system. And you can reach out to others, whether it's in the group, whether it's your friends, whether it's a family member or a relative that you're real close to. Oops, my little alarm's going off. Whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, and even before you get to that point where you're feeling overwhelmed, reach out to somebody. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And don't be afraid to even set up some sort of an accountability system with somebody where you touch base on a regular basis and talk and work through things. So that's about all I had to say for tonight's 5-Minute Friday. I gave you, I gave you 8 tips. Most of them you can do in under 5 minutes. And then next week when I get on here, we're going to talk more about stress management. And through this week and the next few weeks while we're talking about this, We're also going to be digging back into this book, 50 Ways to Improve Your Mood and Cultivate Calmness. So it's mindfulness for stress management. So keep an eye out in the group, because I will be recording some of these and putting them in the group in one of the units so that you can use them whenever you need them. Thanks for stopping by, everybody, and those of you who participated. And Robin says she missed the first 4 minutes, but you know what, Robin? It's okay, because this is going into the group and you'll get to listen to it as many times as you want. How's that sound? All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. We will talk to you next week, and I'm sure I'll be on here before then. But thank you for listening. Share with us what you found helpful in this discussion. I'm pretty sure a lot of this may be something that you're well aware of, but do you employ any of these modalities on a regular basis? That is the key. You need to do it consistently in order for your body to respond. You can't do it haphazardly. And Kathy says that asking for help is a hard thing to do, and it is hard. It's hard, but it's well worth it, because you never know what that type of reciprocal relationship can have, the effect it can have on the other person. So Lori says she wants to try the tea with a drop of lavender. Yeah, I think you'd enjoy it, Lori. I like it with some of the other ones too, like Roman chamomile and lemon, but it's worth a try. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. Thank you very much, and you have a great evening. Bye-bye.